Hey! Welcome to the Teacher Says podcast. I am Says, the hostess, and I'm so glad we are together once again. Thank you sincerely for lending me your ears for the next 20 to 30 minutes because, boy, we have a fabulous show in store for you today. We have a guest representing VIPKID, my friend, Miss Nikki. We also will be having some travel tips and a whole lot more. So definitely you want to stay tuned and you don't want to miss this show. Trust me, this is a good one here. So stay right where you are. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. So let's get into our topic in this heat. It's very hot today, and we have some hot information as well. Hey. Anyway, as you know, we have been exploring the different domains of online teaching, and today we have a special guest who's going to keep it very real with us, Miss Nikki. We're going to save that for a little later, but let me give you a little information about the company called VIPKID. Okay, here we go. VIPKID founder Cindy Mee was inspired in part by bad experiences of teaching as a schoolgirl. Mee eventually launched a real-time online tutoring company aimed at China's tens of millions of 4 to 12-year-olds. So VIPKID connects Chinese students with English tutors in North America and Canada, which Canada is part of North America. So what they're really referring to is the English-speaking portion of North America because we are forgetting a country in North America that speaks Spanish called Mexico. Anyway, the platform allows for 30-minute one-on-one video sessions focused on a U.S. curriculum. VIPKID has grown rapidly as it taps into China's large demand for English teaching. In the past 12 months, VIPKID has grown from 6,000 to more than 30,000 teachers and has more than 200,000 paying students. 100,000 classes are taught on the platform each day. Can you guys believe that? Daily! In August 2017, VIPKID launched LingoBus, a Mandarin tutoring service for children. So think of it kind of as the opposite end of VIPKID, whereas English-speaking teachers are teaching Chinese students English. LingoBus is the opposite. Chinese-speaking teachers are teaching English speakers Chinese. Got it? Good. Now, if you're wondering about the legitimacy of VIPKID, please believe me, it is not a scam. 2 years ago when I first heard of VIPKID, I was a huge skeptic. I was on Google like a fiend, like, okay, scam, skeptic, marketing, little known secret or perhaps big secret. I hate any kind of marketing where you have to bring in other people, the pyramid type things. It repulses me. And I really thought VIPKID was that, and it's not. So with that being stated, they do usually offer a small incentive if you refer someone who becomes a teacher added to the VIPKID teaching pool. So in other words, if you're being recruited, I don't view it as a scam because the teacher that's recruiting you will be getting an incentive, but the incentive, trust me, is extremely small, and that's the end of that. It's not like a pyramid where you keep bringing more people in, get more money and all that. It doesn't work that way. So when that happens, it can create spammy, I love that word, spammy, like behavior among some of the contracted employees, leaving referral codes everywhere. So yes, it does get quite annoying, but trust me, the referral fee is like less than $5. So I really don't understand why people are fiending for that, but teach his own. So you must create a short video introducing yourself and have a short bio. Having great clear photos is pretty important too. You are selling yourself, you're marketing yourself, you're your own expert, which leads to another thing. Let's talk about people of color. We're talking about you. The Black folks, the Latino folks, the Asian folks, the Native American folks, the Pacific Islanders, the Native Hawaiians, and I hope I'm not leaving someone out, although I feel like I am. Forgive me, group I'm leaving out. As a person of color, I feel, and this is my perspective because I have at various points worked with VIPKID, so I feel they're pretty fair in their hiring practices, but It might not be easy to get fully booked if you don't fit the Chinese ideal of what an American is. And believe me, the Chinese ideal is pretty whitewashed for the whole. Of course, there are many exceptions to the rule, but as a whole, yes. It has been noted on several Facebook posts and VIPKid groups that some people are fully booked the day they get started while others take a little longer. I wonder why. Usually, the fully booked on day one people aren't the most experienced, but they're young, they're cute, they're blonde, they're blue-eyed, and often they're not a minority. But we're going to get more into depth with that with our guests later on. So a good way to fast track your bookings is to literally stay up all night. So keep in mind, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so that is a 12-hour difference between here and China, and build your clientele that way. Now, your girl right here, teacher says, I have done that a total of 0 times. I'm keeping it funky. My sleep is too precious. Plus, I have other jobs, so I don't need to do that. But anyway, although I've heard of that being a fast track way for bookings, I really have no desire to do that. Like I said, I have twins, husband, cooking, a day job. I work full time. There is no way in hell I'm going to stay up all night. Sorry, I just don't do that. Unless we're talking lots of money, and VIPKid is not a lot of money. Anyway, VIPKid is a side hustle for me, and I'm currently teaching full time, as I've said before. I have my twins, and I don't get enough sleep as is, just keeping it very all the way funky. So if you want to follow my advice, I grew my small but loyal clientele organically. My small group has kept me very busy the last month. As being noted on several of the Facebook groups, there is lots of controversy as to what's going on with bookings, and VIPKid is not always transparent. Plus, we have to get over the language barrier, whereas very few of the VIPKid American teachers or North American teachers are fluent in Mandarin, so that's a huge hurdle. So June was an especially slow month, but I was booked weekly. Not fully booked, but booked. But I'm kind of weaning myself off VIPKid anyway because I'm enjoying my podcasting more than VIPKid. So my experience with VIPKid, has been great. There's still a lot that VIPKid needs to work out between their contracted employees because they will let you know. They'll call you teacher until a problem arises, and then all of a sudden you're the contracted employee. Definitely have to become familiar with the teacher cancellation policy, as you were only allowed a certain number, which I think is 6. Don't quote me, during your contract. And it can be grounds for dismissal if you go over the number. You can end up owing them some money if you cancel at the last minute. There is no sick leave, so if you cancel before because of an illness, this will count towards one of your 6 cancellations. And I can hear some of you already saying hell to the no in regards to that. You got to remember, you are dealing with a foreign company, so it is quite eye-opening. I have never knowingly worked for a company based in China. In fact, I can't even say knowingly. I've never done that. So there is a lot of difference in their policies. Of course, there are always people trying to get over, as with any job. But, they are not very compassionate regarding life's emergencies. I believe it was like last summer. It was a big brouhaha on the VIPKid Facebook pages because there was a woman whose daughter or child straight up died, like unexpectedly died. And they ended up, I believe, firing her because she was taking too many absences, or, I'm paraphrasing the story, and it ended up getting out the press, and it was a mess of the hot variety. Okay, so that's my word on it. But like I said, we're going to get right here to our very, very special guest that I'm so happy to have on the show today, my friend, Miss Nikki, who is very well versed in VIPKid. Hey, I have Nikki, the teacher here, who is going to be representing for VIPKid. So, Nikki, how are you doing this evening?
I am doing so wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you for being here. So my first question for you is, where are you right now? Where are you located?
Well, I'm originally from California, but right now at this exact moment, I am in South Carolina.
Cool, cool. How's everything going in South Carolina right now?
Pretty good. I'm enjoying time with my family, hanging out with my friends.
Cool. So let's get right down to it. So tell me, what made you decide to be an online ESL teacher?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't decide to become an ESL teacher. I kept seeing the VIPKID ads on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I currently work from home and go to school from home. So I was like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Let me shoot my shot and just see if this is legit. Because I've seen all of these other online teaching jobs before, but they
Mm-hmm.
turned out to be scams. But the VIPKID ad just kept popping up and popping up and popping up. It's like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Let me try it out and just see. And I applied and I got hired, and it's just been a downhill spiral from there, but in a good way.
Well, that's good to know. Now, let me ask you, following up on that, how long have you been teaching online?
I have been with VIPKID for 117 days now.
Okay, so what do you feel about it thus far? You're 117 days in. What are your opinions about it?
Um, it's work.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't work with a mentor to guide me through this process. So
Mm-hmm.
everything that I've basically learned has been trial and error on my end.
That's understandable. So, what are some of the errors that you found thus far, and what are actually on the flip side? What are some of the more positive components that you've encountered as well?
Well, for one thing that really helped me and skyrocketed my online educational ESL journey was finding Facebook groups for
Mm-hmm.
support because none of my social circle, they're not really into the whole online tech thing and working online. So I had
Mm-hmm.
nobody in the real world to speak with about this.
Mm-hmm.
So when I finally
Mm-hmm.
sought out other avenues for support and communication, you know, the doors just opened up.
Mm-hmm.
I found
That's
a
good.
wonderful group called the
Mm-hmm.
VIP Kids Teachers of Color group. And
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you that group has been a godsend.
Yes. Tell me about when you mentioned that it's been a godsend, what exactly has the VIP Kid Teachers of Color group, what information have they shared with you that you could share with the audience?
Okay, one thing that I was worried about before I applied that I couldn't find information anywhere is being a teacher of color, how will I
Mm-hmm.
be accepted? You,
Yes.
being women of color, sometimes we get out the bed in the morning, we don't feel like
Mm-hmm.
putting on wigs, laying our edges
Mm-hmm.
down. So one of my
Yes.
major concerns was, can I wear my bonnet to class? Well, not even my
Mm-hmm.
bonnet. Can I wear my head wrap to class? And when
Yes.
you search online to YouTube and you're watching all of these great and wonderful YouTubers talk about VIP Kid, there aren't many teachers of color.
Oh,
So
yes.
for one, I was worried that, okay, I don't see none of us on YouTube. Are we not really active in the company? Are they not hiring us?
Mm-hmm.
And two, how can I go to this non-person of color on YouTube and they say, yeah, email me, ask me for advice. I'd love to help you. But you're not really a person of color, so you're not going to
Mm-hmm.
have the same issues that I have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is very true. And
So
then,
when I'm sorry, go ahead.
mhm. No, I was just going to mention too, full disclosure, the fact that there are ESL companies based out of China that will not hire people of color, because
Yes.
that's definitely a thing.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But
So
then when I
it's,
ran across the
mhm.
Teachers of Color group, I was like, oh my gosh, you look like me. You work for the company. I was like super excited and I was just reading everything and
Mhm.
it was just so amazing to be surrounded by like-minded individuals who understand what I'm going through and the struggles that I'm facing.
Mhm. Now, speaking on those struggles, how do you feel being a teacher of color online in a company like VIP Kid is different than, say, a Caucasian counterpart? What's the difference, if any?
Um, okay, honestly, I'm gonna keep it funky
Keep it
with y'all
real.
because I
Yes,
love
please.
y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Now, when you're talking to other people, when you take these workshops and you watch these YouTube videos, everybody and their mama go say, oh no, you're going to do great. You're just going to come on board. You're going to get hired. You're going to get booked and everything's going to be sunshine and rainbows. Yeah, nah, dog. Being people of color, you know, in China, their standards of beauty are different than here in America. They prefer pale, fair-skinned people. That's just their preference. That's when you look at the Chinese art and their culture and their stage plays, you know, the actors put on that white makeup. So that's their thing. That's what they're into. Being a person of color, I was worried that, okay, I'm not going to get any bookings. I'm going to have to work again. Being a person of color, I'm pretty sure y'all know this. We got to work twice as hard. And they say they know as long as you're a great teacher and that's not going to matter as long as your teaching skills shine through. Okay, cool. I get it. I understand what you're coming from. But when these parents are booking you, they don't see your teaching skills. The first thing they see on your profile is your picture.
And just, you know, full disclosure, I'm very familiar with this company as I've worked there before. You have a whole plethora of, you know, teachers of color with just all sorts of attributes from, you know, natural hair to weave to braids to lots of wigs.
Yep.
You know, and I want your opinion on that. How do you feel about, you know, a lot of people feel that in order to get more bookings that they have to wear wigs, or, you know, some people do it for fun, wear the green colored and all that other, you know, to get more bookings. But I don't know, do you have any opinions about people, you know, working full makeup and all that, or you just feel that's part of marketing themselves in order to get more bookings?
I don't think that you have to. Mm-hmm. However, when you go to a regular job in corporate America, you do the whole song and dance so you can get your check. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that this is any, I mean, true, yeah, we're working from home and we're doing online stuff, but at the end of the day, this is still a job.
Yes.
So if you feel as if you can get more bookings by throwing on a wig, honey, throw that wig on. Like, I'm a wig wearer just in general. So wearing a wig is nothing for me. But I know there are plenty of women out there who don't want to wear wigs, who've never worn wigs, and feel as if they shouldn't have to wear wigs.
Yeah,
which is cool. I get it. If that's not your thing, don't force it, because then when you're on camera and you do get booked, you're going to look uncomfortable. And then, I'm not going to lie, I'm paying for a service. I'm paying for you to teach my child, and I expect you to show up and show out. And if you're looking all nervous and insecure on camera, I'm probably not going to book you again. And that's just from a business standpoint. Mm-hmm. So in order for you to teach my child and help my child learn whatever language that we're learning, if that means you need to snatch that wig off, then honey, snatch that wig off so you can be comfortable and get these coins.
Yes, that's definitely understandable, because that's the name of the game. At the end of the day, you want to walk out there with the fattest check possible. At least that's how the vast majority of people feel, because that's the whole point of doing it. You're out there marketing yourself and you want to make money. Now, you know, kind of piggybacking off of the last question as well, you mentioned basically the mentality in China being that, you know, white is good, and the perception of America being the white perception of America. So how do you feel in general about the company as far as racism goes? How do you feel about racism with VIPKID?
I haven't personally experienced any racism within the company. Not saying that it doesn't happen, not saying that it's not there. It's just I don't have any personal experience with it in the company.
Yes, I can understand that. And VIPKID does have a pretty decent reputation as far as the hiring process, because there are companies out there, Magic Ears, that, you know, have
I'm glad you said it, because I was fin too.
You know, have reputations of not hiring anyone other than white people, and they're probably, in my opinion, the probably most well-known of the group, you know, ESL companies that really, in my opinion, you know, still hold that non-hiring. I mean, I know now they're hiring a few, but
yeah, exactly. Not enough. Like, shout out to all of my beautiful and wonderful teachers of color who work for Magic Ears. If y'all are out there, I
There are
see you.
some. Yes, there are
But,
some.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, for as many people, qualified teachers who apply,
Mm-hmm.
many of us ain't getting in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I've been at this for almost 2 years now. Magic Years has just, as far as I know, and I've been kind of researching it within the past 6 months, really hiring teachers of color. And my personal opinion is because of the backlash that they've been receiving online. So I don't know. That's just my gut feeling. I don't have any data or evidence. It's all anecdotal, but yeah, I have some issues with that company. Moving on. So, what do you foresee yourself in the future? Do you have any time frame of how long you think you'll be with VIPKID, or what do you anticipate that you're going to be doing as your next steps?
I'm gonna be with this company forever.
Oh, okay.
As long as they exist, I am going to be here. And I only say that to say because I've been doing my research on other companies,
Mm-hmm.
and I also currently work for a couple of companies. I work for Say ABC
Mm-hmm.
and Cambly.
Mm-hmm.
But with VIPKID, they are the most flexible for my schedule and for my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the classes are 25 minutes, or technically they're 30 minutes, but you know, when you get down to the nitty-gritty, they're 25 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to do again, like I said earlier, I'm one of them black girls.
Yeah.
I like to do ratchet shit with my friends on a weekend.
Yeah.
So being able to schedule work around my social schedule
Mm-hmm.
is amazing. Now that I'm older now, you know, I'm 31 and I've decided, you know what, I'm gonna live my best life.
Yeah.
So before I would have to schedule my social life around my work schedule because I got to pay these bills.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can literally have the best of both worlds. Like I went on vacation last week,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I took my family to Myrtle Beach,
Oh, okay.
and you know, I was on the beach teaching.
Oh.
Like how many jobs, like I didn't have to call in and be like, yo, I need the 17th through the 13th off or whatever. That's not the case. Like if I did not want to work, I just have to close my slots.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm out and about and my plans fall through and I want to pick up a class here and there to get some extra money, I literally just have to open my slots. This has been the most flexible job
Mm-hmm.
that I've ever had, and I love it.
Yes, that is amazing. And it's always good to have a job with flexibility, and you can work when you feel like working. If you don't feel like working, you don't have to work. As far as drawbacks with that though, do you find any drawbacks in regards to the schedule that you have with VIPKID?
Yes, I do. And
Okay.
I'm so glad that you asked me that because a lot of people don't know this. VIPKID does
Mm-hmm.
not guarantee bookings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to come to this company because you heard me on this podcast saying how great and wonderful it is, and then you mad at me, inbox me talking about that heifer lied. I ain't been booked since I've been hired.
Yeah.
VIPKID does not guarantee bookings. You are an independent contractor with VIPKID.
Mm-hmm.
That means you got to get it out the mud. You have to market yourself. You have to go hard in the paint to get these bookings. Everyone isn't built for that life. People have come to the company expecting, okay, I'm getting hired. I work for y'all, so y'all provide the students, and I just get my check and I go on about my business. That is not the case.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a little bit more difficult than the ads that you may or may not see on Facebook make it out to be. Definitely. So let me ask you, if the people want to reach out to you, Nikki, where can they find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms under the same name. I am Nikki the Teacher.
Cool. So I want to thank you for joining me this evening on the Teacher Says podcast. It's been a joy to have you, and we're definitely going to leave your referral and anything else that we need, your contact links in our show notes, okay?
Alrighty, thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me, and I look forward to the rest of the episodes that you have planned.
Great, thank you. Okay, so if that wasn't a lot of information to take in, yeah. So once again, if you want additional information, check out the show notes. If you feel like VIPKID is the right for you, you can look information up on your own, or even better, you can use the recruitment link in the show notes, and that's that. So let's get into travel. So I'm going to take you back a couple months ago. I want to give you a little review, especially since I'm a person who, for lack of a better word, I just don't travel anymore. I used to travel very frequently. I think I said this in another episode. And once I've had my kids, it's just a lot cheaper to stay at home and find things locally to do than travel. But this year is a pretty big year. Many of my friends, and myself included, are having a milestone birthday. And back in February, I was fortunate enough to go travel to Miami, which is a city I've been to before. So I know many of you are like, oh, because you've been to Miami. I think the vast majority of my listeners have been to Miami. But I want to share my experience, just FYI. Now, when I say Miami, I avoid Miami like the place. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not a huge Miami fan. I don't know. Never had a bad experience there. Can't really put my finger on why. I'm just not a huge fan of Miami. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I'm not always quick to go there. But this past February, I was lucky enough to go for a milestone birthday of a friend of mine. And I was able to stay at SLS South Beach Luxury Hotel, which is a hotel on the beach and quite luxurious. And I say that kind of laughingly because I'm like, it's nice. I don't know. We all have different measures of luxury. I thought it was cute, but luxurious. It had a lot of aesthetics that I thought were luxurious. So upon entry onto the property, I made note of the offer to rent a luxury Lamborghini. Again, that's nice, but I'm very simple when it comes to cars. As long as it gets me to point A, point B, it's safe, and I can put my stuff in it. I don't really care, but yeah, it was nice to know the option was there to rent a luxury Lamborghini if I felt the need to. So making note does not necessarily mean that I'm going to blow my latest paycheck on such opulence. OPULENC. Opulence. But it is always nice to know that the option is there if I so choose to do so, which to me, I wouldn't do that. Come on now, that's like mortgage payment, groceries. Oh, by the way, groceries, off topic. If you are lucky enough to have Aldi's in your area, amazing. Like we opened up, and Aldi's opened up right in my neighborhood. I have been going for the past year. Very impressed. I was put off first time about the whole quarter thing. All my Aldi shoppers know what I mean. I was like, oh, hell to no. I'm not paying to use the shopping cart. But when I got it back, yes. Not only that, I have been noticeably saving money on groceries. Free endorsement. You're welcome, Aldi's. Anyway, so the front desk check-in was actually to the side of the entrance, and I made note of the imported Brazilian cherry wood, which honestly, I have no idea what type of wood they use to the front desk, so Brazilian cherry wood sounds good, but it's probably not a fact. The staff at the front desk was very friendly, and I mean friendlier than the average hotel friendly, and very accommodating to hold my bag while I looked for the rest of my party, which was nice. I like the fact that they knew we're spending a lot of money, so they're going to be like really nice. Fortunately, I found my friend quickly in the lounge bar area and proceeded to enjoy a jasmine margarita, which I found tasty and not too heavy with the Blanco tequila pour. But they could have been heavy with the pour, and it would have been all right with me. I mean, I was there with no husband, no kids. I don't get out much. They double shot would have been really good. I like my margaritas. Anyway. So I found the elevator quite intimate, which is like a really nice way to say small, like too small, like, it could have been bigger, on the right up to the 4th floor. I think it's safe to assume that most older buildings on South Beach have elevators that might be on the smaller end. It just seemed like something to do with the fact that the hotels were probably older, maybe built in the 20s. I don't know, just assuming. The hallways were a cross between dark like the club or dark like those cheesy haunted houses that pop up every October, which to this date, I have never been in one of those. I'm one of those scary black people. I don't do like Halloween and like haunted house. I don't like all that. I'm not into that. Anyway. All right. Not feeling the dark hallway at all. Put in some light because I need a little light. The hallway also had a very pungent marijuana odor. No judgment, but yeah, I could smell it. That was on and off throughout the stay at SLS. You know, no judgment, just something you should know because I'm one of those people. I'm like, what's that smell? You know, so it's like, I don't know, it's noticeable to me and I always point it out. Anyway, no judgment. All right, so the room was very sexy and very small, which to me, it's funny when you're describing a room as being sexy. It's like, is there a stripper pole? Am I going to see somebody's butt cheeks clap? Like, what makes a room sexy? I don't know, but it just sounded good. So no closets or dressers anywhere to be found. Now that was like, whoa, because we were sharing the room. It was like 4 people in all in one room. And yeah, I was like, ew, no dressers, no closets. No problem though. I'm on vacation, honestly. I'm kind of easy to please. I noticed it and I was like, oh wow. However, the beds were very plush and comfortable. And I appreciated the room was facing Collins Avenue. Yet no one could hear any noise from the street, which is a huge plus. The bathroom, let me tell you about the bathroom. The bathroom was also on the smaller end, but if you like showering with multiple people, this is a hotel for you. It's a freak zone. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's one of those things when you're not used to seeing things like that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing here. The shower. It's funny. As much as I'm, point out, I won't say complain because I really had no real complaints. But as much as I'm pointing out how small the room was, you get to that shower and you're like, alrighty, let me find out. I mean, there was literally enough room for like 3 people in the shower. It was really big. It was like, wow. But anyway, the bathroom had the longest shower with rain shower type head on one end and a more traditional head on the other. But sorry to spoil and crush your fantasies like a bug with a Timberland. I find the greatest joy showering alone. I don't. No, we didn't need to get our freak zone on with a whole bunch of people in the shower. I only used the rain shower head and left the other shower head off, so I didn't even get to experience the multiple shower heads going at once. So overall, my synopsis is SLS lives up to its brand of style, luxury, and service. Definitely great service. Of course, there's going to be a hefty price tag that comes with it, but we're celebrating, so hey, whatever. But if you're one of those people that go there often, my hat is off to you for being able to have yourself your accommodations in a great hotel. But if you're just looking for a celebratory hotel for a special occasion, this is a great place to go. So yes, I hope you're still with me with my synopsis of SLS. It really was a nice hotel, I'm a pretty simple person, so it kind of went beyond my expectations. I don't like raggedy, no, we're not doing Motel 6, but I'm pretty much pleased. I don't know, just off the top of the head, I like Embassy Suites. It's a nice hotel to me, especially they got the buffet and the cookies and all that stuff. So yeah. All right, so moving on, let me give you my Whole30 update. So as you all have been listening to me going on about the Whole30, I have been using more softer foods like chicken and seafood. As I mentioned before, eating so much meat was really bothering my teeth. I have a lot of dental issues. I was like, yeah. So I'm happy with that. I'm keeping it up. Like I said, I'm surprised with having a lack of sugar because that's my weakness. Even now as I talk about sugar, I wasn't thinking about it, but I like Jelly Belly beans, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I have a love of the Jelly Belly cocktail flavor, which I personally am endorsing that they hit up with real actual alcohol, but they just won't do it. You darn Jelly Belly people. Anyway, so it's going well. I'm already kind of getting a little over the Whole30. I want to go back to just trying to be healthy, but I'm trying to make it these 30 days tough, but it is what it is. As you can hear my loud neighbors. You know, I keep it very real with you all. I don't have a luxury studio. I have a basement. And with a basement, I have noises from outside. But anyway, all right, so let's wind down for today. Once again, I thank you for lending me your ears for the past 20, 30 plus minutes. I'm so glad you are still here with me. Please tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend and a friend and a friend about my little podcast. I'm like the little engine that could going up that hill. Like, it's an army of one at this point, and I'm just so glad you guys are still rocking with me. So I'm signing off. Keep it locked. I can't wait for you to for us to be together again next week. You can follow me on my social media, Teacher Cess on IG, pretty much Teacher Cess on everything except for Pinterest, because in Pinterest it's just like a teacher_Cess. I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably drinking some wine that night, and I don't know. All right, so I can't wait to see you guys next week, and bye-bye.